Good morning, it is Kate here, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster wheel to happiness, founder of Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light, the boot camp and the book, helping you release the shackles of the past, both this life and previous lives, so that you can shine your light brightly in this world, achieving your dreams, wishes and goals as you go. So I'm a little bit late doing this week's video, only by an hour or two, because I have just been in relax and summer mode, and I just have been in unwind, breathe. And so I always thought I'd share that with you, because sometimes we think we have these deadlines that can be imaginary and we can move things around. So if you need time to rest and restore and look after your mind, body and soul, then just moving deadlines sometimes can be really powerful. And I ended up going to bed really early last night because it was finally cool enough to sleep and just breathe. And this time of year can be either be really busy or really restful, because there's sort of I see clients with a mix of things, and either everybody's trying to get everything ready to go on holiday. You know, they've got to get all their emails answered, everything done before they go on holiday. Or I've got the people that are on holiday and just in relax. And so my top tip to you this week, if you're in the I've got to get everything really busy, I've got to get everything done, just take a minute to do some deep breathing before you start those emails, before you start work, or even whilst you're doing the emails. Just take a minute, not even, just take 3 deep breaths as you're going, and imagine your body just unwinding as you do so. And it makes such a difference to getting things done, because you're that calmer and clearer and you get things done quicker. So it's a win-win. It's been shown, and that's where I used to go into when I lived in Berkshire. I used to go into all the companies and do mindfulness techniques, because if you take a few minutes for mindful breathing before you start that kind of work, you're so much more efficient. So if you think you haven't got the time to meditate, if you take a minute just to unwind your body, deep breathe, then you'll get more done. It's a win-win. So I'm in full-on relax mode. I'm just like, it's August, rest and relaxation. And I have pulled out some cards for you for watching this video. And the first one, I was a bit like, I don't think I like or want this card. And then I thought a bit more about it, and it's from Wisdom of the Avalon, Colette Baron Reed's deck, and we have disruption, which sounds quite, I'm seeing it as a bit like the Tower card in the tarot, only this way it's water that is carving the way through things. And it's so the Tower in tarot is, everything crumbling down, but then new foundations coming up. And when I'm reading this description, this card is very much reminding me of the Tower card. And so we have this marker warns of shaky foundations placed on a fault line. At best, this reminds you that shake-ups are necessary when you need a wake-up call. It's a warning for you to be diligent and alert when making decisions. This can also portend a toppling of plans or ideas, or a total destruction of something hard-won, worked for, or desired. Be reminded that the way of the god, the goddess, is one of mystery and chaos. And chaos is the ultimate cleanser. Disruptions brings delays and upsets. Those that have upsets that have a hidden gift of opportunity within them. I had to reread that sentence a few times. This is a time to rethink, rebuild and refortify that which was previously unstable, or it allows you to begin anew. Without this gift, you wouldn't be adequately supported later on when you need it most. Greater message reminds you that in life, all places, all people, all concepts and things are but a fleeting, they're fleeting on the path to wholeness. We're only here for a nanosecond in the great strands of time, after all. Our spirit, only spirit is stable and eternal, such is the wisdom of Avalon. And so it is very much about sometimes when things aren't going to plan, it's for the best. And sometimes it's about doing things differently. And if you want to do things, you know, I talk about a lot of the manifestation cards. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're just going to be where you are. But if you specifically want a new goal or something to do, then you have to do things differently. It's the only way to bring change. And sometimes you're like settled and all good, and other times you want change in your life. And with change comes disruptions, and sometimes it doesn't go to plan. I'm thinking of my house move. First two houses completely fell apart. You know, the chains just collapsed. Third one, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm here. I am so glad I'm here. And so it's a path to disruption. So to get here involved a lot of disruptions. And, you know, every time we start a new endeavour, if we start any new habits, if we start anything new, in order to do that, something old needs to give. Just by the means of, if you're finding time for a new hobby, something old that you used to fill all that time with has to give. And so that's where disruption is, and it's about change. And I feel like that's happening on a global level as well at the moment. We've had so much disruption globally, and I feel like there's a path to change. I feel like we're in the throes of it, and we're in that disruptive side, and we've got to get through it, which is really hard. And heartbreaking for so many people, and it seems to be that there's going to be some changes that will come through from it. So I think it's happening on a personal and a wider community and global level, a lot of things. And it's, you know, when I first pulled the card, I thought, oh my goodness, and then I read it and I thought, oh okay. Yeah, and on a personal level, from where I'm at now, I've walked a lot since I've been here, but I haven't done many weight workouts, and I like doing my weights, and I'm noticing the difference in my strength. And I have a gym walking distance from my house, so I walked over there and had a look. And actually, this is something that might be worth mentioning, that everybody was like, well, there's a better gym that's like, you know, up the road. And I went to see both gyms. The better gym was full of people, I don't know, I mean, I'm not very good at people videoing in gyms and all that jazz. But it was like loud thumping music, and every weight machine you could ever imagine was in that gym, but I'd have to drive there. There's a gym that is walking distance from my house, half the equipment, a quarter of the people, so easier to use, and it's got dumbbells and it's got weights. That's all I need. I just need dumbbells and weights, so that's fine. I've got weights here, and I've got to the point where I can lift more than I've got here. But in order for me to make those decisions, I looked at both, but I'm choosing the path of least resistance, which is I can walk to one rather than drive to one. So if you're looking to disrupt your life, to bring new things in, the message behind all of that is, what's the easiest path for you to do that? What's going to make it the easiest for you? Because sometimes when we're wanting to bring new habits and new things, we can try and make things, overcomplicate things. We can make things really difficult for ourselves. What's the easiest path for you? For me, I decided that walking across the road to the gym rather than driving was going to mean I'd get there more often. What's the easiest path for you, and what you're wanting to achieve right now? Which actually brings us nicely onto the card from my deck of cards, which we have movement. You are being guided to move your energy, move your body. Things can become stagnant if the energy around you is not able to flow. Move your body, open a window or a door, move an object or two around the house, whatever resonates with your heart. Small movements or large movements all count. Create movement in your world and watch the magic happen. So there is your card for the week. Cards for the week, watching the video. And there's a meditation to go alongside this and every single card on my website. You can, it's very, very low cost, but you can get 2 weeks free. So if you want to listen to some meditations for free that go alongside this, sign up for the free trial and cancel before. I take no offence with that. I take no offence if you cancel before the money, before the payments start in, but you can listen to some meditations. So there are your cards for the week. In terms of announcements, movement and clearing is clearly side of things. Oh, it's full moon on Monday. So if you want to spend time gazing at the full moon, it's a good time to just think about what you want to bring into your life. So the cards are very much about what we're releasing to create space for new. What is it that you want to bring into your life? So it's a good time for that. So announcements, signing books in the Hen Shop on autumn equinox. Love that. And then we have the excuse me, the Goddess Retreat, which is in November in the Hen Shop, and it will be so lovely if you can come and join us. It's always a magical time, and it will be so lovely to see you there. So there are your announcements for the week, and it'll be so wonderful to see you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I am going to go back to rest and relaxation. Have a magical week. With so much love, Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com. Take care.